Rory, who's finished labouring over a definition?
Your reaction to this will depend on whether you're a member of a religion that's paranoid, seen as sinister and suspicious and intolerant of any criticism, or whether you're not a Corbynite. So this is about Jeremy Corbyn, who's still refusing to adopt the internationally accepted definition of leader. It's gone on and on, hasn't it, this anti-Semitism row, which is really annoying for Jeremy Corbyn. What was interesting, Ken Livingstone came out and supported him. Oh, no, I wouldn't say that Jeremy Corbyn's anti-Semitic any more than I am. But and Pete Wilsman, this is the guy, the activist, you know, the one who came out, and he was recorded ranting there was no anti-Semitism in the party, and this is all put up by Jewish Trump fanatics. And he said he's standing by Corbyn. He gave a statement. He said, "I'm standing by Jerry." I mean, nobody calls him Jerry, do they?
It's an unfortunate word to use in the context of anti-Semitism.
Exactly. Nobody calls him Jerry. Maybe not the many, maybe the few. But also, actually, I quite like the idea, because if Tom Watson is the deputy leader of the Labour Party, that does mean the party are led by Tom and Jerry. So he's got a point.
I think this ongoing anti-Semitism problem is just the Labour Party's way of combating accusations that it is a communist party by showing that it can expand and adopt Nazi policies too. In many ways, it is the most inclusive party politically.
I was at a big conference last week of the Jewish labour movement, and part of the reason why the anti-Semitism thing has become so big, it's a proxy to a bigger civil war happening in the Labour Party, and it's either are you with the Corbynites or are you against them? Are you a Corbynite, or if you're not a Corbynite, you're seen as a Blairite? And Gordon Brown spoke at the conference on Sunday, and he spoke very movingly and very powerfully, and there sort of wasn't a dry eye in the House afterwards. And then I went on Twitter and people were like, "What a Blairite." I mean, Gordon Brown is many things, but he is the man that hounded Tony Blair out of his job.
Phil, how do you feel about anti-Semitism? For or against?
I'm not touching this with a barge pole, mate. I'm letting you have it.
No interest at all?
No.
No. Okay.
No, there's not enough mess in the world that this is there as well as a constant background noise. It's absolutely shrill at the moment, isn't it? I'm 56. Do you not get that point where you just
56 years of age?
Yeah. You think I meant 56 stone, didn't you? I've no idea why this one has particularly gained the traction it has, and it's been going on for how long now?
2,500 years, I believe, although some say...
That's it.
I mean, that's coming from the Maccabees.
Yeah.
Some people go further forward. This is the news that Labour have finally adopted the full International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance definition of anti-Semitism. The row has kept Labour occupied for months and has allowed the Tory party a rare glimpse of the moral high ground on race relations, high ground on which Boris Johnson immediately erected a throw a hoop around a burqa, win a goldfish stall. I would have loved to have been privy to the voice in Jezza's head at the press conference. Don't say we finally have a solution. Don't say we finally have a solution. The group Labour Against Anti-Semitism suggested this week that the party still risked giving racists a get-out-of-jail-free card, a bizarre reference to an outmoded board game that actively encourages the fantasy that you too could one day own property in central London. If Labour were to play Monopoly, it would have to be anti-clockwise, handing over 200 quid to the state every time you pass go before beginning the slow, resentful trudge past Mayfair and Park Lane back to the Old Kent Road. 2 points to Rory. And at the end of round one...